So just a quick review of what we previously just done. This is a guessing check. Okay? Simple guessing check because this is 1. Because it's 1, this is just x times x. We need two numbers that make 6. 1 and 6, 2 and 3 by multiplication. To add up to 5. Well, it's going to be 3 and 2. Boom. This is the difference of squares. Easiest thing to factor in the world. Perfect square, perfect square. X, 5, plus, minus. This is a GCF. You have to take out the 4 and the x. And as I told you, don't do this. Because here's why. Exactly what I said would happen happened on the last test. I said don't do this because here's what you do. And that's wrong. X minus 4 is not the same thing as 4x squared minus 16. That's not. I said specifically not to do that if you still did it. I can't help you at that point. You identify the GCF first. 4 and 16 is 4. X squared and x is x. Then you do your parentheses. This is how you divide. Now you divide. 4 divided by 4 is 1. X squared divided by x is x. Minus, minus. 16 divided by 4 is 4, and the x is canceled. That's how you do it. If you do it the other way, not saying you can't get it right, but if you do it the other way, you've got to remember to bring that down there. I said that. If you're going to do it that way, it's not wrong, but it leads to errors. If you're going to do it that way, you've got to remind yourself to do the arrow down and right in front. Because think about it. This has to equal that. Just like this multiplied equals that, this multiplied works out to be that. They've got to be equivalent. When you factor something, you're not changing it, you're changing its appearance. Okay, so we're going from factoring to solving. It's the same thing, just one more step. So if there is an equal sign, you must solve for x. It must be set equal to 0 first. It's got to be set equal to 0. So on these, it's easy. We're not going to do all these. We'll do a couple of them. This one's already factored for you. Okay? So we already done the factoring. Now, at this point, you're going to take each one of these and set it equal to 0. So I'm going to write x minus 9 equals 0, and I'm going to write x plus 2 equals 0. Now I just solve. Add 9, boom. Subtract 2, I'm done. X equals -2. X equals positive 9. Done. That's it. So we're going to factor just like we've done before. There's just one more step. Set each parentheses equal to 0. Actually, we'll do this one. So 3x minus 12 equals 0, and 7x minus 5 equals 0, because we're going to get fractions, and that's okay. First step is to add 12. 3x equals 12. Divide by 3. X equals 4. Add 5. Divide by 7. Yes, it's okay to have a fractional answer. Many times you will. Now, here's the one that throws people off all the time. I just got done saying set each parentheses equal to 0. Okay. 8a equals 10. A equals 10 over 8, which reduces to 5 over 4. Yay, that's my answer. Problem is, that's not my only answer. Because see how I have a letter out here? There's a letter, I got to do an equation. So here's the problem. When you factor out, this would have been like a factor out the GCF. This would have been 32a squared minus 40a. And all you can do is pull the GCF out, and this is what you end up with. I would say get in the habit of whatever the GCF is, put it in parentheses like that. Because if you do that, you're going to remember, oh, set each parentheses equal to 0. And this is just stupid easy. 4a equals 0, divide by 4, a equals 0. Hint, hint. Anytime there's just a letter or a number with a letter outside the parentheses, one of your solutions is 0. Because it's just letter, you're just going to say x equals 0. If it's negative 7x on the outside, divide by negative 7, you're going to get 0. So anytime there's a letter out there, it's just going to be 0. Okay, so now we factor and solve. So first off, this is the difference of squares. Easy. X, 8, 8. Not easy, that's silly. Ooh. Eraser. Big eraser. X, 8. 1 plus, 1 minus. The only difference is, if it has equals 0, equals 0. So it's one extra step. You factor, then solve. Set them both equal to 0. You can kind of see where this is going. X equals negative 8. X equals positive 8. That's it. Guess and check. Equals 0. N. Two numbers that multiply give me 12. To add up to 8. 6 and 2. Both positive. So, n plus 6 equals 0. N plus 2 equals 0. My answer is negative 6 and negative 2. I'll do this one because it's negative. I need two numbers that multiply to give me 28 that differ by 3 because it's a subtraction. 7 and 4. Since this is negative, I want my 7 negative, my 4 positive. X minus 7 equals 0. X plus 4 equals 0. So x is 7 and x is negative 4. It's nothing new, guys. It's just one more step. That's it. I want to skip this one. It's the same thing. Oh no, it's not. This one is not. This one is not set equal to 0. None of these next 3 are. Okay. You can't do anything yet. So this has got to be moved over. No, I'm not subtracting 3. Remember, I'm adding 3. I don't have a lot of space, so I'm not going to write it. I'm adding 3, which gives me p squared plus p minus 15 plus 3 is minus 12 equals 0. Now I factor two numbers and multiply to give me 12 that differ by 1. I want more positives than negatives. And you can see where this is going. When these are both solid, there's going to be negative 4, and there's going to be positive 3. Now, on this next one, it's less work to move the x squared right. Keep your x squared positive. I'm just telling you it's going to make your life easier. Move these two over. X squared minus 2x minus 48 equals 0. Then we factor, it'd be 6 and 8. Okay. This one, move the 6 over. 7r squared plus 44r minus 35 equals 0. This one will be a bit more of a guess and check because you got 7 in the front. Okay, be a little bit more work. Same thing. This one, tricky one. You're going to add 7. When you do that, you end up with 2m squared minus m equals 0. Because notice, 7 plus 7, negative 7 plus 7 is 0. Now, we can't guess and check on this one. This is a GCF. No, because we're moving this over, which means we have to add 7. I just said negative 7 plus 7 is 0. And maybe so over here to your left ear is facing me. Okay, on this one now. All you can take out is an m. It's a GCF problem. So you're going to take an m out and get 2m minus, remember, this is not nothing, it's 1. Now remember, this is simple. This is just m equals 0. Done. 2m minus 1 equals 0. Add 1. Divide by 2. We're not going to factor this one all the way, but remember, when you move this over, you're adding 9p. And where does it go? It goes in the middle, standard form. And then you would factor it. What I'm not going to do is just redundant. Factor south. Factor south every time.